Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, hope you're doing great today. And this whole week, we were talking about clarity and focus. So, I want to ask you something. Have you ever worked your tail off all day and at the end of the day you just don't feel like you've gotten much accomplished? Man, doesn't that feeling just rip you apart? I mean, you know that you were busy all stinking day, and yet when you look back at what you completed, it just doesn't seem like all that much. Or at least it didn't measure up to the amount of work that you thought you put in. Well, today, I want to switch gears just a little bit and talk about how clarity actually helps you with focus. And when you're focused on the work that you're doing, you're going to be very pleased with the results at the end of the day. Now, the past couple days, we've discussed the importance of clarity and job descriptions and how the two are closely connected. Today, I want to explain how having clarity of your specific roles and responsibilities can drastically improve your focus, which in turn will increase your overall productivity. When you understand exactly what is expected of you and you have the resources to complete your job, you're more apt to stay busy because you have much less time for your mind to wander off and think about what you need to do or about when the resources will arrive. Setting your agenda at the beginning of the day so that it aligns with your expectations and what needs to be accomplished will give you a clear path so you and your team members can have a better chance at staying focused. Now, of course, if you have team members who are easily distracted, you can set specific parameters with all of your team members to hold each other accountable. Another thing to remember to schedule into your daily schedule is adequate break times and times that your team can connect with each other. These scheduled breaks will help everyone stay focused on what they're doing, and it'll make it easier for every team member to hold each other accountable because you'll have set break times. Your challenge for today is to observe all of your team members and see if you have anyone who gets easily distracted. Chances are you already know. If you find anyone who does, you can look at their daily routine and figure out if they have a clear schedule mapped out every day or if they're just working without any accountability or deadlines. Depending on what you find, you may want to sit down with them and ask them to think about having a more detailed schedule and if that would help them out with their productivity in any way, shape, or form. Ask them if they'd be willing to keep track of their time throughout the day to see where they're losing focus. And ask them if they'd be willing to increase their productivity by making a few minor changes. You see, by asking them, you get their buy-in, and you're using a coaching method to get them to make the decisions themselves. Of course, if they refuse, you may have to use some of your leadership power to suggest a more focused schedule. The bottom line is that when your people have clarity, they can easily build focus into their daily plan. And I'd suggest that you sit down with your entire team and have a discussion about this to get their suggestions and their overall buy-in. Just remember, the more focused that you can be on getting your job completed, the better your company will thrive, and the more productive overall your entire team will be. Hey, I want to remind you about a membership group that we're launching on October 1st. For entrepreneurs and leaders. This will be a community of like-minded people who are hungry to continuously become better leaders in order to lead the most productive teams. If you want additional information or if you're interested in becoming a founding member, please email me at Paul, that's Paul, at clcteam.com. And right now, you can get on the wait list if you want. Hey, as always, we greatly appreciate you for listening. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.